So this happened last year at the beginning of 2019. I was 27 and headed home from work. After I got out of the subway and out of the surface, I went to a local supermarket that is just where the subway station is, and the only thing that always good to keep in the mind that this is a very busy area in general with a lot of people on the streets, a lot of people and the supermarket as well. The supermarket has two floors. On the first floor it's like big open space area with people serving meat, cheese, whatever, a lot of stands with vegetables and fruits, a lot of fridges on the edges. On the second floor it's simply as about 7 to 8 aisles 10 meters long each. I was getting my groceries. I started from the first floor, then I went up to the stairs to the second floor. The second floor is usually less crowded. The first is one the busiest. As I was walking through the aisles, I started noticing a strange man that was on every aisle I was. He had a cart with a few products and he seemed anywhere between homeless or just careless, dirty age above 50. At first, I figured I'm being paranoid, but he was everywhere I went, and when I looked at him, he was also staring into my eyes with red injected eyes, and he seemed like kind of angry with me or something. Then I noticed that he was always with me or something. Then I noticed that he was always coming from the left side of the aisles. Also, he had extra products in his cart, always the same, while another man was always on the right side of the aisles was looking at me the same way. Then I noticed that the second man did not have any cart or products. He had his hands in his pockets, and except for that fact that I saw them make eye contact a few times. I saw them nodding at each other while I was basically between them on the aisles. I honestly got extremely scared and I just wanted to go down to the first floor to get away from them. I don't know how I managed to sneak through the aisles, but I did not want them to go down with me and behind me on the stairs, so I can quickly went down. I was ready to leave, but standing in line at the cashier was definitely going to make me vulnerable, so I wandered around the first floor, and in a few minutes I saw them both coming off the stairs and I clearly raising their heads above people looking for someone. I really got chills and I realized I was in danger at that point, especially when they saw me and came heading my way. I was lucky that the first floor was very crowded and you had to move very slowly and like excuse me, I'm sorry through the people. So I was kind of managed to go circles around there and keep away from them as much as I could. When they did manage to get closer, I would go up again to the second because there is a spot there where you can see who came up but they can't see you. So I was waiting for them to come up and then I was rushing back down, but I did not seem safe for me to leave the supermarket at that point. I'm a girl, it was dark outside and I still had to walk like 10 more minutes until getting home. No matter the route I would have taken, I still would have get out of the busy area and on some dark and usually empty streets. So this whole thing lasted for 45 minutes and I was really scared at some point. I just didn't see them anymore, but I did not want to go to the cashier until I was 100% sure. Now I was worried that they were waiting for me outside because logically speaking I had to come out at some point, right? So when I go out of the supermarket, I leaned myself against the wall to the next and pretended that I was arranging my groceries, but in fact I was scanning all the streets, cars, bushes, everything for anyone similar to those men. I was ready to call an Uber if it was for such a short distance. After about 5 minutes, I didn't see anyone that looked like them. So I built the courage to walk home, but looking back over my shoulder probably every 30 seconds. Eventually, nothing happened, but I cannot express enough how threatened I felt and how many terrible possibilities went through my head regarding intentions of those harmfully creepy and suspicious men. They looked at me like hungry animals, a thing that I could not forget until this day.